All right, so we're looking at today's is Dad Bod Shuffle, right? That comes from, of course, the Chess Bra lingo. Big shout out to the Chess Bra. But Dad Bod Shuffle, right? It's a fun thing, and everybody talks about it. And it's a thing in the chess world. So you can Google it, Dad Bod Shuffle. So that's the name of today's analysis. But today, the reason why we're calling it even Dad Bod Shuffle is what the king is going to do today. What is this king? How active is this king going to get? And we're going to have something for you guys ready and planned already. So you can talk about that. Dad Bod Shuffle sounds like me after the club on Saturday. Oh man, that's funny. That is funny. So here we go. This game is Alekhine versus Fred Yates, guys. 38 moves. Let's get to it. D4, knight of 6. We're going to fly through a lot of this. And the reason being is because we want to get it quick out. 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes max here, so you can understand what's going on. This is pretty easy stuff you already face all the time and stuff that you do, right? We develop maybe Queen's Gambit. We're looking like knight f3, and we do indeed have Queen's Gambit decline. D5, knight to c3, bishop e7, literally classical type Queen's Gambit decline, and Alekhine plays bishop g5. The aggressive style with rook to c1, developing. Get the queen side out. D4, c4, knight c3, bishop g5 or f4, and rook to c1. Very easy. Very easy. Bishop g5, castles, e3. Locking the bishop outside the pawn chain. Bishop d3 coming next. Knight b to d7, and he chooses rook to c1. All right, very, very easy. This is interesting, yes. It's going to get active all the way to f3. Canty special, that's right. Blue 729, let him know. Dante, yeah, Dad Bod. There it is. We even the Dad Bod emote. There we go from Chess Bra. So rook c1. It just puts pressure on the C file, and you can also still use, of course, obviously the C file, especially after capturing on D5. Black plays C6, Queen C2 from Alekhine, and then Rook E8. Rook E8 and Bishop D3. You notice here everything's off the back rank besides, of course, the king castling. Bishop G5, Black, on the other hand, still needs to complete and finish and do their development. Black right here, usually you wait. Let's flip the board here. For Queen's Gambit decline players, you have this position. You wait for the bishop to move. You capture. And then you play a b5 sometimes, or knight to d5. But why do you capture when the bishop moves? Because he had to move twice. He had to move twice. That's important. So knight to d5, trying to trade off. I have a very solid structure. But white does too. White does too. All right. Vertigo Royale, that's too funny, bro. Chat, yo, get that. Look at his name. Fred the Worst. The Worst. Do y'all understand what that is? Bruh. The Worst. Wow, bro. And Vertigo just pointed that out. He's like, yo, this guy's pretty bad. He could have even said he's the worst. And I mean, it's golden. It's golden. Gives me, yes, sir, 20K. Hey, what's up, James? What's up, John Good? That's pretty good. That was funny. So to knight d5, watch this move. I know the worst, right? Knight e4. Knight e4. Alekhine's did this before as too as well. We've seen this. Knight e4. And then f5. Right. So this is making some weaknesses in the camp. A weak move. Okay, bishop takes, queen takes, knight e to d2. So there's a weakness. And then he makes another one on this side. Boom, b5. Now after b5, there's weaknesses in many places here. You're playing white here. What move do you make in this position? What do you actually do? The code is Max. Blue 729 says that's not a move. That's right. Extronic. Yeah, so what do we do, chat? What do we do with this bishop? It's obviously attacked. What do we do with it? I see bishop b3, bishop to e2, knight to e5. Knight to e5. We're going to just hit you with the button right now. Garbage. Okay, you're going to be all right. Bishop to b3, bishop d3. Sacked queen. Wow. Bishop b3. Bishop d3 again. Take the knight from RDP. Bishop b3. Okay. All right, Chad. All right, all right, all right. All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. All right. If you said bishop takes, clap it up for yourself. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. You are not garbage. Good job. Bishop takes d5 actually is the move. The reason for it is because we got the C file. We have the C file. Sheesh, that's right. Oh, mustard. We have the C file, literally. So after bishop takes, C takes d5, we castle. There's an a5. He plays a5. But this game's kind of lost, right? Because we have the open C file. This bishop's absolutely terrible. It's a closed game, and you should remember this, right? Write this down, okay? If you need to remember this, that you should play to the minor pieces that you have. You should set up a position that favors your minor pieces. So black has a bishop and a knight. You want a position where the bishop's probably outside this pawn chain. But you got so many pawns on this color here, it's blocked. It's gross. It's a terrible bishop. And the knights are going to dominate this position. So after a5, knight b4, a4, knight to c5. We get to the square, very easy. Boom. Take those, I take right back, and we trade everything. I got the C file. This is attacked. I'm about to double. This is game over practically from a positional standpoint. I'm also following a thing called the dark square strategy, where you have a light square bishop. Cool, I'm going to put all of my pieces on the dark squares, everything. And then you never even get to me, right? Because your bishop is irrelevant. It's already terrible. It's just a pawn that can do checkers moves. It's a pawn that can do checkers moves. Because right now, it's terrible. It doesn't move anywhere. It's terrible. Absolutely terrible. Yeah, you can't, Leonardo. Be careful. You probably just want to stop that right now. Rook takes c5, b4. Rook after c1. Bishop a6, knight e5. Okay. Rook e to b8 and f3. Right. f3. b3, a3. Boom. All right. We got this thing going on. Okay. We got this little thing going on where stuff is kind of locked up. We got the file. We feel that you're winning. You feel that you're moments away from winning. So h6 happens, right? Okay, after h6 happens, guys, this is the point. This is the point right here that we stop and we talk about the dad bod shuffle. Okay, the dad bod shuffle. Bruh. I hope you are ready for it. Here, go right here. Let's go to the brain board. Okay, so over here on the brain board, boom, there it is, right? First off, you can go to brainfuel.com, use Canty 15% off, right? This is what I use every day to stay focused. For the big boy chess, 6 to 8 hours of study. Here we go. The king is worth 4 points of attacking value. Let me say that one more time. The king is worth 4 points of attacking value in the endgame. Use your king, right? Use your king. Endgame being a situation in which the queens are traded off and your king cannot be easily trapped in the mating net, right? You want to use your king. Use your king. Use your king, bro. In many cases, especially when they're off the board, use your king. So we're going to dad bod shuffle our way to victory here. Y'all ready? Here we go. We're going to play the song and we're going to dad bod shuffle our way all the way down to victory. So what's the move then? King f2. What it do? There it is. That man played king f2 and then king h7, right? King h7, and then here's the next move. We hit him with an h4 just to gain a little bit of space. Maybe some h5, knight g6 in the future. So if I lose my king, it's only down 4 points of material. It's not bad. That's right. Rehan Solo, but you got to remember one thing. Queen's got to be off the board. And there's some factors here, obviously, right? Don't just be bringing your king out looking all crazy. I mean, that's going to be 100% premium. You can get off the board. You know, you can just go home that day. h4, and then rook f2, f8. Rook f2, f8. Rook f8. Only one rook. Come to f8. h4, rook f8, and then here's the next move. We dad bod shuffle our way up the board. King g3. Nigel Short style, says Curious Chimpanzee, big facts. Nigel Short style. And then rook to f to b8. Right? Like, he looking crazy out here. Like, what is he doing? Rook to c7. I mean, white's just doing whatever he wants. Bishop b5, rook 1 to c5. Bishop a6. Rook c5 goes to c6 because I can't go there before because e6 is now hanging now. Yeah, I couldn't go there last move because the bishop had it. Using the king profile, like that's right. There you go, John Good. Rook e8. There you go. Y'all ready? Jeffo, you ready? Yeah, that's right. Jeffo got it. F4. King F4. We going dad bod shuffle. All the way into the action. We went from G1 to F2 to G3. Right? And then over to F4. Just a little dad bod shuffle. Just a little dad bod shuffle. After knight F4, king goes back to G8. And white says, cool, let me squeeze him just a little bit more over here. H5. Bishop go to F1. He said, you know what? I don't even know what you're trying to do. I don't even want you to have it. So he plays G3. Bishop goes to A6. And then what do you think you would do in this position now, chat? What do you think you would do now? Bishop A6 is here. I mean, this is kind of comfortable for you. In fact, it's extremely comfortable for you. With white, how do you proceed here? He says, get 2 rooks on the 7th, says Curious Chimpanzee. Well, can you do that successfully? Can you do that successfully is the question. I would blunder. You gonna blunder? Badger, let me hit you with this real quick then. Garbage. Man, one of these. Oh my goodness. That's okay. I'm just giving it to you before you actually do it. Rook D6. Knight G6. Rook D3. Knight G6. Knight D3. No clue. I'm a blunder too. Probably. Yep. D6. Knight G6. I wouldn't move the knight. Rook F7 for heavy on the salsa. Rook B6. In fact, here, big shout out. You know, only one person got it here. Only one person got it, and actually two. And I'm gonna go real heavy on my salsa. You know what I mean? Rook F7. And Splogan with Rook F7. Rook F7. With the dub on the bub here. Double trouble. King H7. Uh-oh, there it go. Rook G8. And now what do you do? Chat, back on you. White to move. It's not over yet. You have to finish this. What do you do? I see G4. Knight D7. From Nick Elliott. G4, Rook E7. Knight D7. Rook F6. Knight D7, Knight F6. E4. The move is Knight D7. Good job, actually. Knight D7 is the move there. It's Knight D7. Knight D7. After Knight D7, King H8, right? Because he was about to play Knight F6 and check him. So after King H8, he like, I got you, bro. I got you. You ain't about to hit me with that little Knight F6. So you like in a kind of little dilemma. You're like, oh, okay. He moved out of the way. He got out of my threat. What do I do now? White to move, chat. What do I do now? What am I going to do now? I see Knight F6. Play it anyway. Ginseng says Knight F6. Knight F6 anyways. Jeffo says then Knight F6. He said Knight F6 anyways. F6. King E5. Knight F6, Knight F6. It's unanimous. It's Knight F6. Look at this move. Shit. Dang. Wow, boy. My goodness. And if you take Rook H7, get him out of here. Start a new game. That's over. Send the stretcher. So he plays Knight F6. But then he finds this really cool move right here. Boom, he plays Rook F8. And I was like, oh, snap. That is a sweet move. Because a lot of y'all are going to mess this up right now. So it's white to move. How do you actually win this? Bruh. How do you win it now? And look, that was a sweet move. Great defense. What do you do? What you do? I see Rook takes G7. King E5. Send the stretcher, says Dante. Dad bod shuffle. King E5. Rook takes G7. Rook takes Get it right. Come on, chat. You got to get it right. What we looking at? Rook takes G7 anyway. Rook takes G7s. More of them. That's starting to be unanimous now. Rook G7. Not Rook G7 says heavy on the salsa. I ain't get it right yet. Here it is. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? King E5. It's garbage. Oh my goodness. The delay caught him. Hit him here. Hit him here. Get him out of here. That's a rapster. Sheesh. Right, and you have this kind of position. It doesn't work. This doesn't work at all. It's not it. King E5 is not the move. In fact, the move is rook takes G7. Wow. It is rook takes G7. Congratulations if you said this was the move. Because this is the move. Now rook takes F6. And you're like, wait a second. Oh, snap. Didn't you just drop a piece? Did you just drop a piece? You just dropped a piece. This is not mate. This is not mate. I just run. Oh, you check. Oh, okay, that's cool. Oh, okay, that's cool. But you down a piece. You're looking crazy. You're looking crazy. You're looking crazy. So what do you do now? What do you do now? I mean, maybe you, is it a perpetual? Is it a perpetual? What's next? Now King E5, almost unanimous. Rook takes G7. That's right. +2. I see King E5 from Jinzing. And Droso says King E5 as well. King E5 from Jinzing. Interesting, interesting. Do you check? Is it mate? Do I move the king? What do I actually do? King E5? King E5 works now. King E5 is correct, chat. Clap it up for yourself. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. That's good. That's real good. That's real good. Y'all right. Y'all not garbage, man. I mean, y'all just, it's just getting less and less garbage every day. It's just getting less and less. I just got to push it just to hear it. Garbage. It's like, y'all getting better. That's right. King E5, hitting the rook. Right. So if rook F8, what happens on rook F8? Very simple. Come on now. First in the chat. Let's get it. Let's get it fast. Fast. I need both the moves. What are the moves? What are the moves? Mate. I see it. There it is. Mate. They see it. Check. Check. Mate. Done. GG. Get him out of there. Bang, bang, mate. Easy. Okay, cool. So what about this one then? What about this rook? What about this one? What do you do on this rook, though? It's different. What do you do on this rook? He said, no, hey, just mate. Right. Rook H7, rook G7. Same mate. Wow, that's beautiful. Okay, cool. So if I can't go here and I can't go here, wait a second. My rook is trapped. And the game was over. In fact, this is the end of the game. That's it. The man resigned right here. Mr. Yates said I had enough. Right? It was over here. It was over. And if you think about this dad bot shuffle using the king went from G1 after being castled to F2 to G3 to F4 to E5. And if the king was not on E5, if he wasn't able to do this, we don't know if he would have won this game. He says, truly the worst, talking about his name. Truly the worst. Bruh. Oh my God. Talking about his name. Yo, but yeah, this is a dad bot shuffle. Sometimes you have to use the king. Again, let's go back to the brain board. See that one more time. First off, go get your brain fuel. My favorite flavor is actually fruit punch. Everybody else likes the peach mangoes. So the king is worth 4 points of attacking value in the end game. Use your king for real. All right, now in-game being a situation in which the queens are traded off and your king cannot be easily trapped in a mating net. Hopefully I learned from that today in analysis. Make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube and I'm going to see y'all on the next video.